It's my heart want him to come back. But my brain, I don't know, my brain says, be careful with what you wish for. Hello everybody and welcome back to another video on my channel. In this video I'm gonna talk about should Tom DeLonge rejoin Blink-182. So there's a lot of talk out there at the moment about this whole subject. Also, Tom did an interview with Kerrang. Let me read it. I get it, trust me, I love Blink and it's given me everything in my life. And you know, I plan on doing it in the future, but right now there's just no way. I have way too much going on because Angels and Airwaves is a part of To the Stars, and that's why it works. And a little bit more, you can read the whole article. I put it in the description. So yeah, there's a lot of things going on right now. Tom is following Travis and Mark on Twitter. A lot of fans were really excited when they saw that. So yeah. Don't forget when you watch this video that it's just my personal point of view, my opinion. That's how I see this whole thing. This is my perspective as a musician and music producer myself. So at first, let me explain my relationship with Tom DeLonge. Tom made me start play the guitar. I picked up the guitar 2008. So Tom was a big influence for me in everything musically I'll do today. Let's start with things I miss about Tom, or about the things that Tom has put into Blink, what makes Blink-182 really great for me. At first, the contrast between his and Mark's voice. That was for me something that made Blink unique. Tom's high-pitchy voice, raspy and stuff, and Mark was lower and warmer from the tone, and that made it was just perfect together. Then of course the way he wrote melodies and of course guitar melody riffs, everything he wrote with melody was very unique, it was very catchy. Tom DeLonge has a very catchy writing style. On one part the vocal melodies and the guitar riffs, but they were for me already gone with Neighborhoods or earlier for Angels and Airwaves. But Angels and Airwaves is another thing. It's not so much about the guitar riffs for me. What I also loved is that he plays a guitar with a tone that sounds bigger, that sounds a little bit harder and a little more punchy. Just as he did on all the Jerry Finn produced albums. And the first two Angels and Airwaves albums were great from the guitar tone too, but with Love Part 1 it was kind of gone. I think that was the time when he switched to a Vox amp. I don't know what he's done, but I think his tone got very thin and I did not like it as much. It was okay for Love or for Angels and Airwaves, but when he came back to Neighborhoods and used this same guitar sound, I was really disappointed. I think it sounded pretty thin. And of course I miss him being a part of the band. Of course Blink is only really Blink when Tom, Mark and Travis are together. Now the things that I don't miss about Tom. When Neighborhoods came out and I put the CD in my CD player and I started the record, what I really hated, the song starts with a way too long intro. Just as we know it from Angels and Airwaves songs, and then that organ sound came in and I was like, oh no. This sound is so Angels and Airwaves. Why do you have to bring it to Blink-182? You know, don't get me wrong, I really loved the Angels and Airwaves albums. The first two were great, then Love was also good, and then it got a little bit down for me, I don't know. But I don't need two bands, Blink-182 and Angels and Airwaves, almost sounding the same, you know? I like Ava, I like Blink, but I don't want Blink-182 to sound like Angels and Airwaves. Why play in two bands when you do the same in both bands? Also used on a couple songs some synths. This Is Home. There were also some kind of organ synth I don't like, and I just want to hear on Angels and Airwaves and then it's fine, but not on a Blink song, please. For me, it looks like it's not possible for Tom to distinguish what makes each band distinctive or unique, you know? He just does his thing no matter what the band is. You know, he does his thing, which is cool. It was cool back in the day when he just had that one band. Then everything he changed in his musical writing was Blink-182, but as he created Anderson Airwaves and then came back to Blink, he had two bands to handle. He lost a little bit of the control of what made each band unique. Because you can see it back then, Boxcar Racer, it was never meant to be an album. It was just Tom experimenting with sounding a little bit darker. And when you compare Take Off Your Pants and Jacket to the Untitled album, then it was a big step. But if you look in between and you will find Boxcar Racer album, then you're like, I see what happened there. He experimented on the Boxcar Racer thing, and then he also brought some stuff from the Boxcar Racer experiment to the self-titled Blink album. So it's nothing new that Tom only does his one thing and then bring it to everything he does. Another fact I don't miss about Tom lately, what Tom is doing lately, the fact that Tom apparently think he can do everything himself, everything on his own. The production of the songs, yes, he's in the studio with the brother of Ilan Rubin. Okay, he's recording and mixing and stuff like that. But the fact that he is not really working with producers anymore. He said in an interview back in the days for Ava, he faced the fact that he don't need a producer, he just need a great engineer. That's his point of view. I think then you lose the distance to everything. You need a person who stands there and you are standing here and he can see everything from a different angle, from outside, you know? A person who is outside with fresh ears and eyes and who can tell you when you write a melody for the third time, you know, you can say, no, you use this melody, it sounds pretty similar to this song and stuff like that. And to bring some fresh new ideas to structure a song. So otherwise you're doing what you always do. You know, humans are like that. And if you're never questioning what you're doing and maybe see, oh shit, I'm on every second song I do an intro that's a minute long, or that riff I used on that song, and oh, this melody I've used twice. For that, it's very important to have a producer to get some fresh ideas. And a producer is a person who helps you find the best song ideas you've written for your album, and then take that great idea and make it to a even more great of a song, you know, an outstanding song. So, you know, my innermost really wishes Tom would come back to Blink-182. Of course, I really miss his voice on Blink-182. His voice is Blink-182 or is part of Blink-182. So of course I want him, a part of me want him to come back. It's my heart want him to come back. But my brain, I don't know, my brain says be careful with what you wish for, because all of this stuff I just told you, he always doing his stuff, and even if it's not that good, the melody he used on Everything's Magic, he used that melody like 3 times or 4 times on When I Was Young. I woke up today, the world it was small, the cities were vast. And on Everything's Magic, it was not the verse, it was the chorus. Hear this please, what does your heart beats up endlessly? It's just the same melody structure. And there was another song, I forgot about the song. Let me look it up for you. Try your eyes, get on your feet, it's just the same, man. I don't know. You can use a melody more often, but then you have to do it in a way that no one recognizes it's the same melody. You can use it on a completely different chord structure with a completely different feeling. Michael Jackson has done it on a few songs. On Billie Jean, he does this. Remember to always think twice. and he used it on another song, Liberian Girl. I don't know if you know and like Michael Jackson. I love you, Liberian girl, something like that. But that's just a little snippet he used. But you never think of, oh, that's the same thing he uses in Billie Jean, you know, he does it very inconspicuous, you know. My conclusion to this topic today: should Tom rejoin Blink-182 or can he save the band? My innermost wishes, my heart wishes Tom would come back to Blink because of the nostalgia I get when I watch older shows or the vlogs doing the untitled album, you know, composing for the untitled album and recording that. I love to watch this old stuff. It has a great feeling to it, and I think it could work if they all pull together, have the same priorities, but until then it won't work. Let's look at a scenario where everyone really wants to focus on Blink-182. Then Tom would have to be open to work with producers or with a producer again. Otherwise, I think we will get songs that are good but not satisfying in sound, in structure, in production, and will lack in new creative ideas, maybe. I think it's just my opinion, it's just my point of view, you know. That's what I think would happen. Otherwise, I think it's okay the way it is now. Let's wait for the album, what we will get with this new album. And I hope you enjoyed the video. It was a little bit longer, but it's a little bit bigger of a topic. If you're still here watching, thank you for that. Maybe you want to write your opinion about this whole subject in the comments. I would love to see some comments there, and I will go down and comment everything and have a little discussion with you. And I hope you're staying healthy, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.